How can smaller businesses get their hands on the money they need to expand? Well, under a new plan from the Welsh Conservatives, businesses could borrow public money from high street banks. The plan aims to make it easier for companies to get taxpayer-backed loans.
Many of the businesses tell us that there is a lack of understanding in the banking sector about what's going on in the real economy, the local economy, where many small businesses, and let's not forget 99% of businesses in Wales are SMEs, operate. And sadly, many of the exciting and innovative development plans that they have sadly go no further, because obviously the bank has declined their application. And what we want to do today is obviously encourage that local understanding of the economy and that local lending. And I believe that this document really can achieve that game set change, that mindset change that the Welsh economy is calling for.
Broadly speaking, our vision is to establish a system of geographically accountable Welsh regional investment banks that would provide funding from £1,000 to £1 million to small businesses. These banks would aim to support SMEs by improving access to finance at a local level. We believe that this is an important aspect of the Welsh Conservatives' localism agenda, which would ensure that investments support local SMEs, and it would stimulate the local economy and inject vibrancy into our communities. Currently in Wales, we have two sets of institutions which are meant to help micro, small and medium-sized businesses with financing and guidance. Finance Wales and Business Wales exist for this purpose. The Welsh Government established Finance Wales plc in 2000 to make commercial investments in SMEs throughout Wales. However, we believe that Finance Wales has failed to effectively engage with SMEs across Wales, and this is highlighted by the fact that a worrying 64% of businesses were unaware of Finance Wales' existence, and just 4% have in fact secured financial support from Finance Wales. It is therefore apparent that Finance Wales is often seen as a distant and complex organisation which has little connection to businesses on the high street. We believe that by localising access to finance, our regional Invest Wales banks would be in a far better position to understand the local economy and therefore identify gaps in the market.
Because you know that you could employ somebody. If I had wholesale orders that I could, big wholesale orders that I could comfortably take on, I would need to employ at the very least an apprentice and probably a baker as well. So potentially 2 people. And then you'd be looking at deliveries as well. So potentially 3 people.
The Welsh Conservatives chose the coal exchange in Cardiff Bay, a symbol of Wales's past economic success, to launch a policy they think could boost the economy.
Ultimately, businesses are saying they're making applications to banks and getting declined. That's stopping them employing people and creating prosperity locally. We want to create 6 regions of Wales that would understand the local economies within Wales and be able to lend to those businesses by having a local team on the ground understanding what business requirement is.
Welsh Conservatives are ambitious for Wales, and we believe in the Welsh people. We want them to succeed, and we believe that the Welsh Government could be doing more to ensure businesses aren't turned down outright when they try to access finance. When a high street bank can't provide support, the various levers that the state has at its disposal must be used to its best advantage. And I hope very much that the Welsh Government gives our proposals full consideration and acts sooner rather than later to help Welsh businesses. They cannot afford to wait.
If you go to the bank and say, I'd like £10,000, why? Well, I want a new baking oven, or I want a new fryer, I want to invest maybe in my building. The likelihood is you're going to be turned down by a bank. That's the reality of the situation. And turned down really because somebody can't be bothered these days to look through your business plan to understand what your business is doing and the challenges and opportunities that it faces. That sadly is the reality. If you speak to small businesses, as I do on a regular basis, that's what you hear. So we need something that can look beyond those challenges and say, we can help with small, quite modest sums of money. We can use a network that's already been set up and has been funded and resourced by the Welsh Government to provide extra value and extra support. This is not reinventing the wheel. This is not throwing money at a problem hoping that some sort of state intervention will intervene when the market has failed. This is about pulling together the resources that already exist and actually combining them in a package that supports business where it matters most. ultimately, what I hope that it signals, and I do need to acknowledge the fact that there's another political party that today has announced some similar kind of plans which are not as evidence-based, as not as resourced, and has not responded to, I have to say, as well as the document they have in front of you. But nonetheless, there is a consensus, and there's a possibility not of an unholy alliance, but at least an unusual alliance when parties come together to think in the same direction to support Welsh business. But what I do hope is that we are now genuinely seeing the end to the infatuation with all that's big, all that's bright, all that's foreign, all that's going to come in and solve the problems of our economy. And what I really do believe that we need to embrace is the belief yet again that the endogenous, indigenous business community, if you like, of Wales can actually grow, and we can see wealth starting to accumulate from within our economy.
This builds on the work that we've done to date with High Street regeneration, and as we progress through 2013, we will continue this programme of providing some of the solutions that Wales desperately needs.
Yesterday we launched our Invest in Wales strategy that would offer immediate support to businesses across Wales by providing a lending system that would allow small and medium-sized businesses in Wales seek that financing on a very localised basis and local decision-making taken in relation to their businesses. Could I commend this document to you, First Minister, and encourage your government to look at it, because it is a worked-up document that could deliver solutions to some of the lending problems that many of our small and medium-sized businesses are facing here in Wales, and which is holding them back so that they're not able to create jobs and create prosperity in their local economies.